Lucy, Part 1, The Beginning. A 16-year-old girl by the name of Lucy was sleeping peacefully in her bed. Her room was filled with small dolls the teen had stitched and sewn herself. Though she had made many, each doll had a different personality. Every doll she loved with all her heart. Sunlight trickled through the small window as Lucy began to stir awake. She climbed out of bed to close the curtains. Lucy had never been a morning person, especially since she stayed up all night finishing dolls. As she sat back on her bed, she heard a knock on her bedroom door. "Yes?" she asked, before letting out a small yawn. "Lucy, dear, it's time to get up," her father spoke in a soft tone. Lucy let out a groan. She just wanted to sleep. "I made breakfast," he spoke, hoping to get her attention. He could hear shuffling of his daughter's feet. He let out a small chuckle. The two sat at the dining room table, both eating their breakfast of eggs and bacon. "So, Lucy," her father began. Lucy only looked up, for her mouth was stuffed full of bacon. "I was speaking to our new neighbor yesterday," he added. "So?" she grumbled. "Let me finish. So I was talking to her, and she said that her daughter was interested in learning how to sew. I was thinking maybe you could teach her. After all, it would give you an opportunity to meet someone new, and not be in your room all the time," he explained. Lucy's eyes narrowed. She really wasn't the social type. "I'll think about it," she uttered as she stood up from the table. She grabbed both her and her father's empty plates and put them into the sink. Lucy walked back upstairs to her room. As she sat in her chair, she peered at a small doll. The doll seemed to watch her. She picked it up, examining its stitching. The room was silent, all but the clock ticking on the wall. Lucy felt the hairs on the back of her neck stand up as goosebumps appeared on her skin. She quietly walked over to the bed before grabbing a blanket. She wrapped the blanket around her small figure. No matter what Lucy did, she couldn't help but feel that someone was watching her, that someone was in the room with her. She looked around the room. She was probably just worrying over nothing. As she continued to stitch the doll she was working on, she heard something. It sounded like a thud. Lucy slowly stood up, shaking slightly. She opened the closet to see a box had fallen off her shelf. She let out a sigh of relief. Lucy began to realize it was getting late. She made her way to bed. As soon as her head hit the pillow, she began to sleep.